Hi, fourth graders. I am going to share with you our word study for this week is about the long and short A pattern, spelling patterns that we can find in words that have a syllable accented. So an accented syllable means when we speak, most words that have more than one syllable, we usually put a little bit more emphasis or a little bit more stress on one of the syllables more than another. For example, the word Monday. When we say Monday, the mun part, the mun syllable, we put a little more emphasis on. We don't put the emphasis on day. We don't say Monday. We say Monday. So when we listen to the word Monday, the mun is the accented syllable. So when we're this week talking about accented syllable, what I mean is when you say a word, what is the part of the word that we put the most emphasis on, or we say a little bit more strongly? So if you listen to these four words, let's listen for the syllable that has the accent, or the bit that we say a little bit stronger. So this first word is statement. 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 We actually accent the state bit because we don't say statement, we say statement. So we put a little bit more emphasis on the state. Statement. Okay? So that would be the accented state, would be the accented syllable. Okay? That would be the part of the word that we put a little bit more emphasis on. Now let's look at the next word. The next word is notebook. And when we say notebook, we emphasize the part note. It's not notebook, but notebook. So just when you come to a word that has more than one syllable and you're trying to figure out which one has the accent, say it a few times to yourself and just see which part are you putting more emphasis on. Notebook. The notebook. Note part has more emphasis. Now for the word music. When I say music, the muse is the piece that has more emphasis. Okay? And what about goodbye? When I say goodbye or goodbye, the bye has more emphasis. I'm saying the bye syllable more strongly than the good syllable. So each word has a slightly different emphasis on different syllables. And we are looking for the long and the short A sound. So the letter A has a long sound like A, ape, when it says its own name, and it has a short sound, A, like apple. And there are some different long and short A patterns and accented syllables that we're going to learn about. So I want you to look at these 5 words with me. The first word is straighten. Now we can hear that straighten, when I say straighten, the accented syllable is this first one, straight. And it has the A, the long A sound when A says its name with the AI. Okay, so there's a spelling pattern here with an AI that makes the long A sound, straighten. Okay, the next word is persuade. And the accented syllable is at the end. The suede is the accented part of the word. And in this one, we have the ADE that makes the A sound, persuade. And that pattern is when there is the letter A and then there's a consonant, which is not a vowel. So any letter that's not a vowel, and then an E at the end. So A, consonant, letter E makes an A sound as well. Another long A sound when the A says its name, A, is this AY. And this word is astray, like something has been led astray. And we put the emphasis on the stray part of the word. And this AY is another long A sound. Okay, so we've got AI, A consonant E, and AY. They are 3 different long A sounds. And there is another one. Here is the word later. And then when we say the word later, the lay bit at the start is the one that we say stronger. So it's the accented syllable. And when we have a syllable that finishes in a vowel, like an A, we call it an open A sound because there's no other sound that comes after it in that syllable. Lay. A is the last sound you hear in that syllable. Okay, so that's an open A. And all of these, straighten, persuade, astray, later, have that long A sound. The long sound is when the A says its name. Now the short A sound is like A, as an apple. And here we have the word shadow. And in the word shadow, the sh syllable is the emphasized one, accented one, and it has that A sound in it. So it's that short A sound. So what I want you to see is that this week, I know it seems confusing, but there are 5 different spelling patterns we are looking for. That AI, the A and then a consonant and then E, AY, and an open A. And remember, open means that the A is the last letter or sound in that syllable, and then the short A sound. And so here we've got some examples. The word terrain. Rain is the last part of the word, and it has the AI long sound. Regain, same thing, has that AI pattern. Persuade, we talked about with the A and then the consonant and then an E. And the same in skateboard. When we say skateboard, skate is the part of the word, is the syllable that has the accent, and it has that A consonant, E. Remember, a consonant is any letter that is not a vowel. So it's not an A, not an I, not an E, not an O, or not a U. Then we have the AY. And here are our words. Sayings and delay. And in sayings, the first syllable, say, is the one we accent. And in delay, lay, the second syllable is the one we accent. And they both have that AY with that A, long A sound. The open A, later, and basis have that open A sound. And then for the short A, we have shadow and basket. Okay, so there's some examples of the long and short A patterns and accented syllables. And if you're still getting a little confused, remember that we have 3 days to practice this. So what you're going to do now is a word sort, just like we've done on other days. And you are going to click on a word and you're going to drag it over into whether it makes the long A sound, so it says its name, A, or whether it's the short A sound like A. Think apple. Okay? So the first word here is astray. And if something is led astray, it means it's led off the path. You get to decide astray. Which syllable is accented? And then is that a long A or a short A? The next word we have here is basis. So that's kind of like, what's the basis? What's the foundation of your claim? So basis, decide, is it a long A sound or a short A sound? Detach. That means if you detach something, you separate it from something or unhook it from something. Is that A sound in there a long A or a short A? Happen. What would happen? Long A or short A? Drag it over. Persuade. Convince somebody of something. That's what persuade means. Estate. It's kind of like a property that somebody owns. Railroad. You know what a railroad is. Stainless. So there's no stain. Massive means huge. Shadow. Cabbage. So that's the green vegetable. Contain means to hold something inside, wrap around something or hold something inside. Handstand, perhaps, kind of means maybe. Sustain means to keep something going. And later means, like later in the day. So that's what the words mean, and I want you to say them to yourself. Listen for the A sound. Is it a long A as an A, or is a short A as an A? And I need you to sort the words and click and drag and put them into the correct box. Okay.